Hey big dreamers, this is Liz from Big Dream with Liz. If this is your first time here, this is where I give intuitive advice based on what I love, what I'm good at, and what I think you need most. Also known as the flavor generator. So we are going to pick the person of the day. There are 8 options in this bag, 12 total archetypes or persons, but 4 of them are subcategories of these 8 options, and I will let you know if we get one of those persons that has subcategories. There we go. I hope you guys are doing okay. Leave comments. I like to know who's watching. Oh yes! I asked for this last week if you guys watched that video. If not, then you should watch that video. That's funny. I mentioned how I never get the creator. Number three, the creator. I never get the creator, and I finally got it. I get it on Instagram for my flavor of the day, but not for the videos. Can you tell how excited I am? It's like Willy Wonka right now. I feel like Willy Wonka, actually. Not quite as creepy, hopefully. Oh, man. I'm in a good mood today. I've got a busy week ahead, but full of good things for the most part. Nothing bad. And I feel a little more energetic today, and I feel a lot more hopeful about what I've got going on in my future and this whole biz with Liz thing. And teaching, 222 on the clock, teaching and dancing in a dance company. I'm teaching, subbing for Iconic Dance Studio, and I went back through all my dance notes, my years and years of dance notes, because this is how perfectionistic and thorough I like to be. And I picked out all of my favorite exercises that I ever came up with, warm-ups, technique exercises, across the floor combos, choreography, and other combos and things. And I put it all together into one big dance class idea. And then I can select from those options going forward as a teacher. So I'm excited about the things I have going on. And I hope that you guys are facing your fears one at a time so that you can also become the creator in your life that you were always meant to be. Do you like my song? Yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm kind of a nerd. I like to hide that from the general public, but you know what? I had so many people that their true colors showed in the last few years, and I'm no longer in touch with people that I was in touch with before, and it has been a little bit heartbreaking over the last however many years with that kind of stuff that I now just am enjoying my own company. Oh boy, this is exciting. The creator, number 3, is passionate about culinary arts, cooking, baking, restaurants, plating food, eating food, dollhouses and miniatures. Oh my goodness, yes. These are so awesome. Do you guys know what these are? Do they still exist? Colorform reusable sticker sets and boards. I used to play with them when I was a kid. Those things are awesome. And I try to do that. I realized maybe it has something to do with how I do my stories and some of my reels, where I use the GIFs and stickers that are provided on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and I make little sticker-like designs with that. Making advertisements. There you go. I make advertisements using little stickers, and it's fun. And it's inner child play. Gummy candies. I do Sour Patch Kids and gummy bears, Swedish fish. I love chewy gummy candy. Stickers. Got lots of toys here. And last but not least, on the passions, Barbies and toys. Barbies first, then just toys in general. I should probably rewrite some of these, but we're gonna just go with it. This is what I took hours creating in the last year. So their power is creating atmospheres and moods. Or cat hair. Your purpose is, as a creator, to utilize your creative imagination. Absolutely. And the product of the day is resourceful creativity. So what does all this mean, and how can I make a video of advice based on my own life experiences and intuitive guidance for you today based on the creator topic, category, archetype, person? Culinary arts, dollhouses, miniatures, color form stickers, making advertisements, gummy candies, other stickers, Barbies and toys. Okay, well, maybe you consider yourself a very creative individual or an inventor or an innovator, and maybe you have already tried to create your own products in your life already, or you have had many ideas or just one big idea, and you may or may not have done anything with that in your life. I'm going to tell you a story. I used to want an American Girl doll, and most of you will know what those are from the 90s. I don't even know when they first released those, but I think it was in the 90s. I don't know if they still exist, to be honest. I think they do. They were $80-some, okay? And I wanted one pretty badly. But my parents did not want to spend $80 on a doll, especially a doll with upgrades that you had to pay for, like all of the accessories and whatever else it came with that you, of course, as a kid would want. And so they said, you can raise your own money to buy this doll that you want. And so I started to raise my own money for this doll that I wanted so badly. And I don't know how far I got in that process before I realized $80 is quite a lot of money for me as a kid and for a doll. So I gave up on the idea of getting one of those dolls, and nobody ever bought me one. And I should make a wish list with this, huh? And you guys can buy me one. Yeah, anyway, I did not get the doll. I don't think I want one now, but I do like and appreciate that invention of those dolls and all the little miniatures that come with it. Dollhouses and miniatures. Okay, I had a dollhouse my grandpa built for me, and it did not, none of my toys fit in it properly because it wasn't made for any certain size of doll or furniture or anything. So like my Barbies awkwardly fit in it, and I didn't have little people that would go in there. So I would put the Barbies in there. It was just like weird proportions, I guess. But I still loved that dollhouse, and it was cool that my grandpa made it for me for Christmas one year. And yeah, Barbies and toys. I think a lot of people have liked Barbies, and most people like toys of some kind. Even adults do. So that is something that you could come up with. And I have looked into a little bit on how to, if you have an invention or an innovative idea, the process of getting that actually created into the world and sold. And I like that. What is the show? The Shark. Why can't I remember it? Has to do with inventions, people trying to patent their ideas and get investors in the process so that they can be successful with their ideas. So they're trying to convince people of their ideas. I have not gotten to that point. And a lot of the ideas I have come up with regarding this program, I have written down, and they're just, eventually I want to do more with them. Did I talk about culinary arts yet? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. Food, cooking. I used to want to open a restaurant, a cafe, an ice cream shop. Like I worked at Salt and Straw Ice Cream. I worked at Back Porch Coffee here in Bend and learned how you would open something like that and run something like that. And I realized maybe that's not for me. I also realized the hours of business, like maybe I would want to invest in someone else's business or help someone else start up something or design a place, which if you're opening a business of your own, you probably just design it yourself. But there are people who don't have that eye that would hire a designer for the right look in a place. But I would love to do that. I worked at a couple restaurants. Those were my first jobs. The old spaghetti factory and another place, Italian food called Mother Sheds. And that was a very small business in my hometown that no longer exists, I don't think. But I did not ever serve food. I was a hostess and a busser, and I didn't ever really work in the kitchen until I worked at Whole Foods Market, and I didn't work in the deli, I worked in the bakery. But I did learn a lot about how to run places that serve food, and I did not do culinary arts myself as far as plating food, cooking and plating the food and making it a visually, oh wait, yes I did, coffee shop. I did learn how to do latte art, and that was really fun. And as far as Salt and Straw, that kind of speaks for itself. It's you learn how to scoop the ice cream a certain way, and then you present it. And it's delicious. But I did not want to run something like that myself because it was too... I don't like messes very much. Like the food thing, it's just kind of gross. I don't know, like cleaning other people's dishes and like... It's busy. If you run a successful business, you're going to be busy, but I didn't like the idea of being busy during the peak hours where you'd rather be at home. So I'm not sure if that kind of thing would be for me ever, because I'm not a morning person, so coffee shop is like, that's when most people get coffees in the morning. And the Salt and Straw ice cream place, I worked late nights, closing shifts, which was kind of like working at a restaurant closing shift, and they didn't close until midnight. And so I didn't get home till 1. And even though I'm a night person, I didn't want to be working a place like that during the time where I'd rather be doing my own thing. So it's either I don't want to be up early to work something I don't want to do, or I don't want to be working somewhere during the times where I'm usually enjoying myself. So maybe it wasn't for me, you know? But if given the right circumstance, with the right job and work environment, maybe it would be okay to be working hours that you typically would be doing your own thing because it's your passion, your baby, your business baby. So not saying I just didn't want to work for other people, I guess, even though those were really cool jobs that I am happy that I had. What else? Making advertisements. Yeah, so I was also in marketing at a couple different places, and I do love creating advertisements. Like I use canva.com to create even stuff for my videos on here, and I love creating designs. And I used to make cards for people, like for my family members and friends. I used to write poems and make them look pretty, and I love creating things, first of all, making advertisements. Gummy candies, what could we do with that? I should make little Big Dream mugs. Gummy Big Dream mugs. You know my logo, right? That'd be cool. And stickers made out of Big Dream. So, like, those would probably be fairly expensive to start. You know, start a company, but you can buy wholesale. You can buy other people. Well, not if you're going to create your own logo on it. So yeah, I'm just throwing out ideas for myself here. But anyway, that's all the passions that I pulled out of the bag, which is quite a lot. Sorry about that, I guess, but it's whatever. I don't know how to give advice based on my passions. Maybe there's one of those that you also like. And if not, then I have plenty of other videos that might be for you. Maybe you are not the creator in the way that I am a creator, but you are a creator regardless of whether you think you are or not, because you have ideas that you either have put out there or have not put out there due to your fear or life circumstances that you think you can't do it. But if you have an idea, it is worth looking into details of how to get that idea out into the world, because you have the idea for a reason and you are a creator at heart, whether you think so or not, and your idea is valuable and worth trying to put out into the world. Or at least maybe it'll morph into something different if you have one idea and you're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to be legitimate or if it's already been done, and you look into it and maybe it's already been done, but you could innovate your own idea or someone else's into something different over time. So don't give up on your big ideas as a creator, okay? Yes, so are you good at creating atmospheres and moods? Let's see, interior design. That I didn't pull that as a passion of mine, but it is a passion of mine. And we were talking about restaurants. So creating atmospheres and moods, I would love to design a restaurant so I can create, and with music, like create playlists for the restaurants and playlists for a business place that fits the mood that is part of their brand. And that would be super exciting for me to be able to do that someday. For myself, for other people, I don't care. I just love creating like a stage for a play, like a set, or a canvas with painting, or I just love creating things. A dance, you're creating what you want to experience, that mood, that aesthetic. And that's what I don't know what it is about that. It's just creativity. I love creativity. Obviously, that's what I'm here preaching about. So it's one of the things that I love the most, and I think is very important for people to realize that they have their own creative genius that they should be utilizing in their lifetime. So creating atmospheres and moods, what else? So I love making playlists. I love designing anything, creating anything, and I love to mess with people's emotions in a good way, to where, like making movies or like fashion, you have a certain mood that day, like you wear what you feel like wearing, or you should anyway. It's more fun to do it that way. And if you can create, so these toys or culinary arts, creating atmospheres and moods, you are in the creative control to make something look how you want it to look, and to convince other people that they should be excited about what it is you have to put out there and to offer. And you're creating an experience for people, like at a restaurant or at a store. There's fancy restaurants that have like classical music playing and everyone's got their fancy clothes on and whatever. And then there's like casual places like a cafe where you can just wear your pajamas and it would be acceptable. And there's like cozy music happening and it's just a more relaxed feeling. So those are moods that you create with either your own business idea or whatever. You get what I'm saying, I think. Can't check in with you because it's not a live video, but so utilize your creative imagination. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I love this video. Utilize your creative imagination because it is waiting to be tapped into. There are so many ideas that will just flood out of you when you start being playful. Like, just remember what it was like to be a kid and putting things together, trying different things. You didn't give up. You were just having fun trying to make your own make-believe, make your own ideas come to life. And it didn't matter how crazy they seemed. Like, I don't have an example. You know how kids are with like make-believe and imaginary friends, or making things talk that don't talk, and all this magic that happens. So use that in your adult life to come up with ideas that will really excite people. And I'm sure all the best inventors and inventions came from a state of like playful creativity and imaginative ideas. So
Willy Wonka that shit, you know?
Resourceful creativity is the product of the day. What does this mean? What do you have? Both physically, items that you possess and own, and what do you possess within yourself, your skills, your passions, your interests, your desires, your life experience, and what can you create with those things that you could sell in a product or a service to the world, or work for another company with all of these cool ideas that you have, and maybe you could get paid the big bucks at a company if you don't want to work for yourself. And I realized out of all the 25 jobs that I had in my lifetime, which also include younger, years of blueberry picking and working for restaurants in high school and stuff, that I don't like working for other people. I mean, it depends on the situation. I prefer to do my own thing, to run my own. Obviously, I have all these weird ideas that I like to put out there for a reason. So I'm a little bit stubborn that way, and I don't want to work for someone else's ideas and do it their way because I like to do things my own way. But I will work for other people, and if it's a good fit and we can all work together and our visions are similar. So be resourceful, use what you have. You don't always have to spend a bunch of money on things to be successful with what you're trying to do. And maybe eventually you can get to the point where you can invest more money into what you are trying to do. But to get started, look at what you have, and maybe you can start something with what you have. At least use your imagination to get you going. Start sketching, start writing, start developing a plan, whatever it is for your creative ideas as a creator. And I think that you will be on the right track. And I'm here to help not only cheer you on, but give you pointers based on my own experiences so far, if you need them. And I'm at least here to give a boost of encouragement to others where it is needed. Or I have plenty of worksheets that will help you discover more about yourself that I've created based on my years of my own self-development, personal development work. And I created my own worksheets that people can use. So I'd be more than happy to share those with you if you are interested in that. And just send me a message and I'll send them your way. Okay? Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell for notifications of each time I release a new video, which is usually once a week these days. Usually Friday or Saturday or Thursday. And I hope to hear from you soon, or something like that. I'm here to help bring out the inner magic you have always had, but forgot about. I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Have a good day.